Hey guys, Jedi93 here. So, this isn't a regular review. It's not a review at all. I just want to take some time to talk about a book, which means a lot to me. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. It is the most important book to me of all time. And that book is It by Stephen King. This book has impacted me very much, and I thought, what better time to talk about it than after the new trailer drops from the new movie. So this book, I'm not going to review this book just yet. It's going to be a little while. So this is not a review. This is just talking about it. As you can see, it is not in perfect shape. Some of the pages started to fall out. Let me find where it's at that it really is messed up. Right here. See that? Yeah. Well read. So the story of this book, this is my first Stephen King book I ever read. And I knew who Stephen King was back then, when I started reading this. I knew who he was when I was younger. Like, I saw the movie Cujo, learned it was by him, learned it was a book by Stephen King. Never read it, never cared to pick it up. I heard he wrote The Shining, and that movie is legendary. Never read it. And then I saw Pet Sematary on TV one time. My mom has a copy of it, first edition cover. I read 50 pages maybe, and got bored and set it down. And it's a good thing I did, because otherwise I would have not understood some of the stuff in that book, because I was a lot younger then. Then, when It 2017 came out, I saw the trailer, and I thought, okay, I'm probably not going to go see it. And then, my friend was going to see it, and he asked me if I want to come with him. I'm like, sure, I guess, why not? It looks like a fun movie. I watched it. I fell in love with that movie. And I'm the kind of guy that, after I see the movie, if I haven't read the book yet, I read the book. And so I went, and you can find the book anywhere. So I went, I picked up the book. I knew it was long. I wasn't sure how long. 1,153 pages. And I read it. My friend also picked up the book. And he's still reading it to this day. Almost 2 years after that movie came out. Almost. So I beat him by a lot. This book is my favorite book of all time, for the reasons that it got me into Stephen King, who is my favorite author of all time. It is very influential to me in a certain way that I've enjoyed writing since I was a young child, probably 2nd grade, I think. I wrote maybe short stories because I enjoyed it. I still do have a wild imagination, and I love to write stuff down. And I never really knew what I wanted to write about. I just knew I wanted to write. And then I read this book, and I read about Stephen King and what he could do. I learned his writing style, I learned all that kind of stuff. I knew what I wanted to write. I wanted to write horror, and I wanted to make it more adult than what I was writing. So, because these are not kid books. So he has influenced me in the ways of how I write, because any of his books probably would have done that, but it just happens to be that it was the first one I picked up. And this book is very important to me in many ways. know what I'd be doing if I hadn't read it. If I hadn't read this book, I don't know what I'd be reading right now. It wouldn't be Stephen King, I can tell you that. I don't know what I would have read. Because I've read all the other books that I probably would have read if I hadn't gotten into it. I've read every Harry Potter. I'm just looking over my shelf right now. I don't know. I don't know where I'd be at if I hadn't read this book. When we wrote a narrative for school, I don't know what I would have written for that if I hadn't read this book. It influenced me on that too. And so, this book is very important to me. And this is the only copy I have of it. Amazing it. Because you can't find the original cover anywhere anymore. So if I could, hey, if you're watching this, you got an original cover of it, and you're selling it for some odd reason, buy it off of you. Yeah. My friend that's still reading it, he's only about halfway through it, I think. I've checked up frequently on him. And the thing about this book is, I can look through the chapters, I can tell you exactly what happened in every chapter. Or if I find a page and I start reading, I can tell you exactly what happened, what's happening at that moment. Because I remember this book so well, because this book is so important to me. It's the longest book I've ever read. It is the best book I've ever read, besides maybe Pet Sematary. Kind of tied for me, but this book, because of the reasons I've explained, it is a little bit more important to me. But yeah, this book, I never thought a book about a clown would be this just amazing. This is truly like writing at its best, and there's no other book I would rather like have look like this, because this shows that I have read this book well. And this is one of the only books that I will reread like forever, because I love this book. If you look 1 minute, here's my stand, copy of the stand. It says that it is 1,153 pages, which is exactly the amount of pages that are in it. If you hold them, look at that difference. Plus, this it is taller, fit more words on a page. This it is thicker than my copy of the stand. So that leads me to believe that if this was taller, height, and a little more out that way, that this wouldn't have as many pages as it, because I think it is the longer book. That's why it is the longest book I've ever read. And I just love this book. I love everything about this book, and of course I will go in more on that in my review, but because I have some more stuff to talk about in my review. There's more story details about the book, and part of the reason, and this is of course part of the reason why I like this book so much, is the characters, the story, all that stuff, but I will go more in depth in that in the review. But yeah, I think that pretty much is it. I just wanted to take this time to talk about the greatest book that has ever been written, Stephen King's It. I hope you enjoyed. I hope some of you agree with my reasons. Highly recommend this book. Highly recommend this book. Can't wait for the new movie. It looks very cool. I don't know if it's gonna be as good as the first one, but we'll see. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Yeah. Thanks for watching.